Hello, my name is Lowell, pronouns he, him, and this is our second session of Hearts of Wulin for a five shot. We did our session zero last time of this game. We are beginning today with some reintroductions of characters and moving on through those things. This session is part of the Open Hearth Gaming Community, which is an online gaming club slash community that you can find out more about at openhearthgaming.com. Check it out. We do have a little mini online con coming up at the beginning of October for the community, which I'm going to be bugging various people to post their events. Alan, to post things to add to the menagerie of things that we have there. So we're working on that. We are using a layered set of safety tools. We went over these last time, but Alan, you played with me repeatedly, so this is a little bit of the same territory, but I'll go over quickly. We are using lines and veils to mark out restricted content or things that we're going to fade to black on. We've also got a romance matrix on our chart there, as well as ask first and not by PCs as options for the lines and veils. And so just to go over, so we confirm with everybody, so we're on the same page. Right now, we have the following lines hard locked in for what we're doing. Cannibalism, harm to children, harm to pets or domestic animals, sexual violence, sexual assault, and domestic violence. So those things are all off the table. We have veils on graphic injuries or gore, so we'll fade to black on that, and sexual content. And we have ask firsts, meaning we want to check in on those things for suicide, parental loss, and rats. So we'll keep that in mind. And not by PCs for homophobia, racism, sexism. So these are all kind of the touchstones that we've got for the play that we're going on with today. We are, of course, using open table, meaning that should you need to step away for whatever reason, you should feel free to do that. And of course, we have the X card as our reactive tool, which you can use to mark out content that is problematic, objectionable, wildly off tone, whatever we want to do. It's also a good place to stop us if maybe we're heading towards a line or a veil that we haven't caught and we need to recalibrate on that. And so just keep all those things in mind. Again, when you invoke a safety tool, you don't need to explain the reason for your choice. You don't need to defend it. You are welcome to do that, but you don't have to. So with that in mind, here's how I want to do this today. I want to have our returning characters who were made last time, briefly introduce themselves. I have some questions maybe about factions. I did rearrange the NPC pictures a little bit to do things. I may have a couple of open-ended questions on there. We'll hold off talking about your entanglements for a moment, but I do want to get just a general gist of that so Alan hears it in your words. Then we'll have Alan introduce their character, and then we'll go around and look at those entanglements in case people want to change what they have from last time, and to give Alan some basis to work from. So with that in mind, uh, Igor, can I ask you to give us the quick pitch, elevator pitch on who your character is?
Yeah, hello, my name is Igor, pronounce him. My character is named Failed Lancer because he was studying at the martial arts school with the steel pond style that uses primarily lances. But one of the masters saw the potential in him and teach him a foreign style of the lens fighting, specifically Japanese. I don't remember what it's called. Uh, but him did it, master did it in secret, and everyone thinks that my character is a failed student that good for no, good for nothing, a dirt mark on the school's reputation, but he is actually kind of talented, but in the other style.
Excellent. And you try to conceal that other style
Yeah.
as much as you can. And that's the Northern Creek Order is your original order. We're going to bring
Yes.
them in today. Awesome. Excellent. All right. Next, uh, Tad, could you tell us about your character?
Waiting Serpent. She's a daughter of infamous Vice Master Wei, who is like, this Woolen villain who runs this House of Overwhelming Wisdom, which is like this dark, unorthodox sect faction. Uh, the overwhelming wisdom is his wisdom because, like, it's kind of a cult of personality, I guess. It's about him being the best, but like subtly. Uh, I mean, the word sect is, I guess, fitting here, or
Uh-huh.
cult, I would say. Uh, and yeah, she first went, like, tried to fit somewhere else, but no one would take her, teach her, or like accept her. So that drove her back to, that drove me back to my father, who I served under for some time. Then I left when I was ordered to kill somebody. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Let me ask you this. So you're the accused. People your friends know better, but other people regard you as potentially villainous, are
yeah.
suspicious of you. Is it more because they know, oh, she's from the House of Overwhelming Wisdom, or is it more that they know she's the child of Wise Master Wei?
uh, I mean, I guess since they actually rejected me even before I joined, so I guess it's more because I'm his daughter, because the filial piety and family honor things, from like Confucian stuff, uh, and so I mean, yeah, they even before I joined, they still judged me because of that. So
Okay. All right. All right. That seems reasonable. That gives us some framework of where
yeah,
you're at. We probably will have some NPCs. We've got them on the table that are from the House of Overwhelming Wisdom. When they're out in the public, they will appear to be from another faction. So, they'll have their own guise and identity to conceal that
yeah.
that membership, which will create their various tensions. Uh, then that brings us to Xena. Please tell us about your character.
I have barely any memory.
That's why we
So
do this.
I'll go from what I it was on my character sheet, which is not too much. And true to form, my character never has as much backstory as anybody else's, it seems. So here we go. I'm playing Genshin, who is a true Gallivant, a rake, so to speak, or in more modern language, a certified fuckboy. Sorry. He is incredibly attractive, wears very flowing dress, and has a charming but crooked smile. Um, I am personally not yet sure whether he is more the kind of guy who is, who subscribes to fake it till you make it, or if he is actually just the, um, errant son of some more influential family. I think we will play to find out.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this can be one of the questions that I'll probably ask you when we get to setup is like there's this big gathering of martial folks, and like how is it that you've come to be drawn there? That's going to be the big question about, you know, did you find an invite? Are you lying? Were you invited because of your family position? So that'll be a thing I want you to be thinking about. But we'll
Mhm.
come back around and we'll talk about what everybody's entanglements are. Alan, tell us about the character that you have come up with.
Okay, Master Falling Blossom is a member of the Falling Leaves Society. I've chosen as role aware and specifically master. Um, Master Falling Blossom is old, blind, and sometimes impatient or even irascible. He wears lower class peasant traveling clothes. I will improve the background shortly. Um, and in terms of his backstory, he travels, he teaches, he offers solutions where he encounters problems. Few consider denying such a harmless old man hospitality. The east wind has blown him here. Uh, it usually knows when and where he's needed, and it turns out it was right again this time. Um, the his principal element is earth, and his combat style is the dancing note, using the long flute walking stick that he carries with him all the time.
Falling Leaf Society. Uh, like, is this a small sect? Are you the last member of it? Is it a big order? Like, what is that?
Oh, I like the idea that maybe he is one of few remaining. Maybe its popularity has dropped over the decades, and so he's one of a few itinerants left wandering around, conceivably seeking new members, and that might tie into um, one of the entanglements that I've kind of suggested.
Okay, okay. Yeah. And uh in terms of moves, you have what moves?
Well, as a master, the standard move is you're a paragon of calm and thoughtfulness. When you attempt to stop a conflict with an NPC, roll. 10 plus, you cool tempers. 7 to 9, you have a moment to negotiate. You must offer the aggressors something they want, or they will press their assault. On a miss, you draw your ire to them. And I've chosen the two specific moves, Legend of Awakening. While you have your style element marked, you may use another element for combat actions. And when you mark an element as a result of inner conflict, you may immediately create a bond with someone as you reflect on the lesson they deliberately or inadvertently taught you.
What do you think it means for your style with this flute and walking stick that it is earth aspected, that that element dominates it?
I think it's grounded.
Okay.
I think it always starts with him leaning on the walking stick. The flute acts as a walking stick, um, and then in that kind of, because what are the caution, focus, and presence? I think it acts to center him,
Hmm.
connect him to the earth.
One of the interesting things to think about, and we'll probably get this when we talk about entanglements, is the other three people, you seem very orthodox, very classic. The other three people are most definitely not. But you know all of them. You have been friends or advisors or even just acquaintances of all of them. You know, a known villain, a gallivant, and a person who is a failed student, apparently, of their style. Are these the kinds of misfits that you usually pick up, or do you think these are unusual in your travels?
It seems to me that they're all lost.
Okay.
They're all, afloat on the sea of fate. And so they provide potential uh, contacts or members for the Falling Leaf Society,
Okay.
which needs clearly some fresh blood.
All right. Excellent. Let me go around and we're going to walk through everybody's entanglements again to remind us what we have. And then Alan, you have some that you've come up with that we'll suggest to wrap into that. So let me again start with Failed Lancer. Uh, Tell me about quickly your two entanglements, and if you're still good with those, or if you want to make any changes to those.
As I remember, yeah, I'm good with them.
Okay.
So my romantic entanglement, I still pursue Moon and Thunder, who is, of course, one of the more buttoned up, uh, you know, uh, uh, masters of the. I don't know actually what her weapon is, what her style is. We'll decide it later.
Okay.
Uh, I still pursue her. who rejected me despite the interference of Genshin, who holds an unrequited love for
Okay.
her.
Uh, I think that is excellent in terms of that Genshin, that Xena's character there in that. And then your general.
Yeah, in my general, my master, Cloud Summit, who taught me my unorthodox style, has secretly trained me as a part of a revenge plot against my friend, Waiting Serpent. I expect that Waiting Serpent did something despicable earlier in her life, so my master wants a revenge. But now that I see that Waiting Serpent kind of redeemed herself, I don't know if I can carry this plan further.
Excellent, excellent. And I think we're going to say, just for purposes of this, that Moon and Thunder is going to be part of this Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau. They're the faction that is having this gathering, so we definitely know that they will be on scene. They're at least associated with it, affiliated with it. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us to Waiting Serpent. What are your two entanglements?
I also love Moon and Thunder, uh, but I also know that my teacher and father, Vice Master Wei, had killed someone dear to them. Let's say it was her mother, uh, as a
Okay.
part of some scheme. And as for my general, I interfered with Little Plum's romantic pursuit of Genshin. Uh, but now I regret what the loss has done to them. I think I was under impression that she was romantically interested in Genshin, and uh, I sabotaged that. I think I came up with some. Maybe I like make up fake letter about her like trying to uh, get to Genshin's good graces so she can like what would be like bet to Genshin like bust like a plum vine smuggling operation or something that sounds
All right.
fun, like a fun crime that like Genshin wouldn't oppose.
Right. So
Uh,
so you kind of like told
yeah,
Genshin that this was a cop who was just trying to get close to them to
yeah,
infiltrate their their friend
yeah,
network and so on. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Okay. And I think that then that probably, Little Plum rejected. I think where they might have been maybe a little more happy-go-lucky, I think they've maybe you've hardened their heart a little bit.
yeah, yeah,
So you inadvertently did that. Does that sound reasonable?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that the loss should be on Little Plum's side. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And then Genshin, tell us about your two entanglements.
Yeah, so my romantic entanglement is I disguised myself to get close to Yang Mofeng, but um, her lover, Ji Minglang, is falling for me. And I think we discussed that both of them are part of Waiting Serpent's former house of
Yeah,
overwhelming wisdom. That just to make
yeah.
everything even more entangled.
And I think for purposes of this, at least at this point, you're not aware that either of them are part of this villainous organization. You just know that they're kind of bad, like slightly bad folks. You may not know yet that they're as bad as they are. Does that seem reasonable?
Sure. I mean, my question is why I would have been drawn to disguise myself to get close to them then, because I think my original idea was to get close with that, badass organization, which I apparently, bad to me maybe translated to badass
Well,
rather.
and that there's a question. I mean, do you know that they are part of Waiting Serpent's, order that they are as villainous as that.
I mean, my question was that maybe I know that they are part of something, or I know that it is that house, but maybe I don't know that Waiting Serpent
Well, I think we
used to
established
be
that that that
affiliated with
that,
it.
that, that
I don't
the
know.
others know that about Waiting Serpent's
Yeah,
background. So
yeah,
you
Uh-huh.
yeah,
do know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Maybe you just thought they are like, awesome, bad essays, like, they just do like stuff and didn't know that they belong to
yeah,
this. They're just,
yeah,
Yeah,
cool,
maybe
cool people on the edge or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
yeah.
maybe
Would
it's
be my idea.
maybe it's it makes sense that my character would just be like, I mean, they seem connected. That
Yeah,
sounds good.
you haven't put two and two together yet. You
Yes.
haven't made that final puzzle piece. Okay. And then what is your general?
My general one is that I have discovered my friend, Failed Lancer, has hidden their true power from me. But they did tell Moon and Thunder, another friend who seems to be entangled with every single one of us.
Absolutely. It's a Moon and Thunder who we've established like Failed Lancer has pursued. And kind of hurt you a little bit that Failed Lancer was willing to tell this person about, their secret training and not tell you. I think that seems reasonable. Uh, Alan, let's
Yeah,
let's come to you and talk about what you're thinking about in terms of your entanglements here.
yeah. So now whether this is romantic or not, I think is an open question. But
And again,
one,
I'll say this: romantic. Romantic can be uh, uh, strong friendship. It can be love. Like there's a lot of degrees to that.
well, I guess this is a prophecy because it's one of the ones that's offered to me in the playbook. So a prophecy has kept failed Lancer and I apart. Moon in Thunder is determined to ensure that doesn't change.
Okay,
And the nature of the prophecy I've suggested is that the future requires a failure to save it, but they must not know their role.
interesting. So that has been told to you. You've had this. Is this something that you've kind of come to this thinking, this realization that I think this prophecy, is associated with failed Lancer?
Well, his failure does suggest that he fits the bill.
Okay.
So perhaps that's why why the east wind has brought me here.
Does that work for you, Igor?
Probably.
Okay.
It's kind of a way to, not work. Uh, that's fine.
Yeah, and it does mean that certainly Master Falling Blossom isn't aware of your true power yet.
Yeah.
Does think that you are a failed member of this house. Uh, w- Moon and Thunder is someone that Failed Lancer has romantically pursued, but has kind of turned their back on. Master Falling Blossom, do you know why Moon and Thunder is trying to keep you away from Failed Lancer?
No,
Okay.
no, I don't. Maybe that's the other thing I need to find out
Okay.
and
Uh,
remove that obstruction.
Excellent. And what do you want for your general?
Now that I know that Waiting Serpent is known to be related to Wise Master Wei,
Hmm.
um, I think I want to suspect that my friend Jenzing's parent is the villain and my nemesis, Wise Master Wei.
So what you're saying is you suspect that Waiting
Yeah, we could
Serpent
write it our siblings, so
are
maybe we should write it that way.
okay. I think that's reasonable. What makes you think that?
Um, well, he's cozying up to members, to bad guys.
So you have this misreading potentially
Yes.
of the situation that, oh, well, if Genshin is cozying up to this, there must be some filial connection. There must be something there, this mistaken identity thing. Okay.
And maybe that leads me to suspect that Waiting Serpent is not all she seems either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I love it. I love this. This is a wondrous misunderstanding. Xena, does that work for you?
Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds brilliant.
Tad?
Sure, sure.
Okay.
The wise
Uh,
master getting everything um, mixed up.
excellent. Uh,
Also, one thing, I never established who I was sent to kill. It's not like it's just part of the backstory, but I think it should be Master Felling Blossom at this
okay.
point.
You were sent to kill them and you decided not to. Uh,
Yeah,
what is it that made you change your mind?
yeah, I think I just, get to know my Mark as like normal part of this. And, he was really nice and seemed wise, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Okay.
We had some, talk, and I guess it was that talk that you were just saying, like, things, and it makes sense to me that, like, oh no, I have to change everything about my life now, as like the
Oh,
pieces fell together.
all right. That sounds reasonable to me. If everybody could change their display names
Oh, yeah.
in Zoom, that'll help me out here.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me get that. And
Oh,
then
rename, yeah.
uh, let me see here. Let's do that.
Ooh, there's a typo.
And then and then so let me set up the situation, and then we're going to frame up where we're at here at the start. So there's been the announcement of this gathering of several major factions that are coming together. Uh, the primarily organized at the estate of the Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau. They're part of a trio of factions that have worked together and are known to be strong and potent and orthodox, well respected. So we have the Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau on one hand. We have the Willow Branch Authority on the other, and these names are in the NPCs tab. And then, of course, we have the Northern Creek Order that our friend Failed Lancer is associated with. Now, this gathering is somewhat unusual. It's happening at an unusual, inauspicious time of the year. So there's clearly something going on. No one's quite certain what that is. Some have speculated that it has to do with the apparent reappearance of a villain known as Ageless Sin. Ageless Sin supposedly was killed decades ago and killed by members of these three orders. So that's sort of out there. There have been reports about that, but there is this gathering, and it is important. And so let me ask then. Uh, Failed Lancer, uh, you know that members of your order will, probably family members and fellow people are going to be at this gathering, and yet you're going to it. Why? Do you receive a note? Do you want to show yourself off? Do you want to learn something? Is there somebody you want to talk to? Why do you think you've gone?
Uh, Probably to do two things.
Okay.
First of all, I want to make right with the Moon and Thunder, because when she learned about my true power, she rejected me. So I want to kind of prove myself, probably,
Okay.
to and continue to pursue her. Yeah, I still pursue.
Yeah.
It's my entanglement. And the second one, I want to talk with my master, Cloud Summit, and probably talk her out of the revenge.
Okay. That seems more than reasonable. And Master Falling Blossom, uh, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Uh, were you specifically invited? Do you have a reason for going there? What has drawn you to go to this gathering?
No, I don't think I was invited. I think that I have come because the East Wind suggested I come this way.
Okay.
And it turns out that these persons of interest, in which I have an interest, in which I believe the Falling Leaf Society could benefit and be benefited by, happen to be here.
Okay. And when the East Wind speaks to you, like on screen, what do we see?
Oh, I think we see the in the kind of prequel montage, we see him wandering along, and then he passes a tree with blossom in it, and the wind suddenly picks up, and it blows into his face, and he promptly turns around and starts walking back the way that the leaves have blown.
Excellent. Excellent. Uh, Waiting Serpent. Oh, yes,
I have
Field Lancer.
additional one. I don't think I was invited. I think I just showed up
Oh
as a
yeah. Yeah,
member of the
you've
Northern
definitely
Recorder,
yeah, have
and
definitely not received an invite.
they out of politeness can't get me out of here other than with violence, but they clearly don't want me here. Uh, Probably no one wants me here.
Excellent. Well,
We can
when we
dump.
bring them on screen, we'll make that clear. Awesome. Waiting Serpent, what has drawn you here? Why are you going to this gathering?
Well, I think that, House of Overwhelming Wisdom is planning something here.
You've heard
If we want
rumors
to
of
make it,
that. Okay.
yeah, if we want to make it a scene, maybe we can see me like hiding in the rafters of some building and like listening to Yang and G to like discuss something like in whispers and being like, ah, yes, that's where I'm going.
Absolutely. And certainly you heard about that, and maybe you had to investigate to figure out what exactly they were going to. And now you've learned
Yeah,
that it is this gathering. And so, despite the risk, despite the exposure, despite the fact that people there are not going to regard you well, you are taking up to go. Uh,
yeah.
and then,
Obviously, I was not invited,
yeah,
just to make it sure, because I'm not invited places.
absolutely. It's going to be interesting because, like at least three of you were not invited. Genshin, uh,
I think I was
you
invited.
were invited. How did you wrangle an invitation?
Well, because Ji Lang has, fallen hard for me, right? And he is clearly a member of, a very, how do you say, influential group. And, maybe I had a plus one. I know that sounds a little bit out, you know what I mean?
Right, right. No,
Anachronistic, I guess, but yes.
sent you an invitation, said that it would be to your benefit to
Yeah.
be at this gathering. Uh, you know, have the sense
And
that
Yinxing is never somebody to say no to a party, right?
absolutely, absolutely. I think that is very appropriate. Uh, Master Falling Blossom, uh, Failed Lancer, you two met on the road. How did it come that the two of you met on the road traveling there? What happened? Was it when you were crossing a river? Did you find one or the other sitting under a tree? What do you think that looks like? Either of you I want to throw for thoughts.
Can I just ask a question in between? Sorry.
Sure, please.
So I thought, so in a way, we have established we're already all friends and know each other,
Yep,
right? But this
absolutely.
particular thing we've just traveled to individually.
Absolutely. As
Okay.
happens, it is the winds of fate that has drawn
Okay,
you here.
grand.
Uh, uh, Master Falling Blossom, Failed Lancer, thoughts about your meeting?
I
Igor?
think I was, fumbling something. I don't know what, but kind of struggling. And probably Masterful Blossom extended his help.
If can I suggest that
Yeah.
are you likely to have been carrying some kind of load or doing some kind of
Oh,
job?
yeah, of course I was carrying a load. I always carry my lens, my spear.
And does it have a pennant or some kind of flag on it to
No, not
what I'm wondering is
flag.
whether there's a sudden gust of wind that I have to help you cope with.
Oh, yeah. My spear almost always wrapped in some kind of cloth. So probably this it's kind of untangled, and my concealing cloth went away.
And I guess maybe I retrieve the cloth that was wrapped around. Was there a surprising, if we see a little clip where the wind behaves really strangely, unwrapping your spear, and I kind of
Yeah.
catch it and
Nice,
return it
nice.
and inquire where you're going?
Oh, I'm there's a big gathering that uh, I just have to be there, I guess. And I'm kind of trying to conceal my spear, not show it fully, and waiting for you to give me my cloth.
Yeah, by all means, by all means. And of course, he
Thank
has
you.
these white eyes. So he says, "But I think I recognize your voice. Is that Lancer?"
One of them, yes, that's me. Thank you
But
for your help.
yes, I never think you should describe yourself as a failure, you know.
I never have.
Well, hence Lancer. So, Lancer, wherever you're going, may I tag along?
This gathering is kind of uh, invitation only, but probably there is no harm if you will. You won't see anything, right?
And well, exactly, and no one ever fails to offer me hospitality. I mean, who turns away a blind man? And if I can tag along with you, finding my way with my flute, tapping things is really difficult. So if I can just tag along with you, that'd be really helpful.
Oh, yeah, and the next town over is, kilometers away. So, uh, yeah, you should go with me. Just, not to get lost.
Um, I'd like to engage with a move.
Okay,
I'd like in a conflict.
okay.
Do
What is
I
it? What
do
is it about this that is making you conflicted? Like the question within a conflict is always like, what is it that's causing your
yes.
turmoil in this moment?
I do I reveal that he's important? Is the hint I've dropped about him being Lancer, not failed Lancer? Um, can I keep that urge to you're really important uh, away from him?
Excellent. So what do you want to roll with? You can roll with anything except your style element.
Yeah. So let me think. I think that this is. Um, I think that it would be reckless for me to do this.
Okay.
Which would suggest that a failure in fire is what I'm wanting to avoid,
All right. So
which I
let's,
have just realized is +1. So
okay. Let's have you
2d6
roll.
+1. I've never used this roller before, so bear with.
Sure.
Ah, oh, 6 plus 1, 7.
7. Uh, so I'm going to say, because we're not going to have you flee the scene.
No,
I think we're going to have you mark your fire. Like you hesitate there. What is it about that kind of moves you uh, uh, into that state of maybe being a little bit more scattered, a little bit more uncertain?
I think that as we're walking along, I say it's really very fortuitous that I found you because just because it stops me getting lost.
Excellent.
And I'm inclined to agree, old man.
Uh, Alan, you rolled inner conflict, so you do get to mark an XP at that point. Uh, and we would see a montage of the two of you traveling along for a few days until it becomes overcast. The weather is inauspicious, and it begins pouring down rain. And you will see up ahead in the distance, there are some lights, and the two of you will make your way into this inn, one of those, two-floor inns with the balcony around the upstairs, the steps. You come in, it's strangely quiet. There are quite a few people in the inn, but it is still, you are soaking wet, both of you, and the innkeep looks annoyed, perhaps, to have these wet, bedraggled people arrive late, which, uh, but does hustle you kind of upstairs and sets the two of you down and says, "We have only the most basic food, but we can bring tea for you."
Well, I'm appropriately grateful. The charity of innkeepers is well known.
It is not, yes, yes, charity, and they go and they basically comes back, sits you down with this tea, uh, and this rice. Failed Lancer, what is it? What is it about this inn, about these people, about things that gives you a bad feeling?
Uh, their odd looks, and they kind of look at my spear a little too much. They look at the probably insignia of my school that I still wear, and it's not like they look at the spear and think, "Oh, it's kind of odd that doesn't have a proper container." They think, "Oh, this is him." Uh,
Yeah,
that gives me like, why? How do they know me? Why do I have a feeling?
they are observing you. They are watching you. They are tense about you. Less about Master Falling Blossom, but certainly they are there. And I'm going to come back in a moment to check in on Master Falling Blossom's reaction to this. But I want to roll back in time a little bit. Uh, Genshin, Waiting Serpent, how is it that you two met on a different road heading to this place? Uh, uh, Genshin, uh, like when we first see you in this, where do we see you at? Are you finishing off some drinks before heading on the road? Are you chatting people up? Did you spot Waiting Serpent? What do you think that is?
I wonder if it's because I've been hanging out with these two disreputable people, and Waiting Serpent's been spying on them, right? And so I've maybe we have just sort of downed the last sips of some kind of wine and are heading off. And I don't know what Waiting Serpent's instinct would be to like try and catch me while they are not looking or something like that. I don't know. That's
Waiting
just a
Serpent?
suggestion.
Yeah. I think this is like I approach you when you're alone.
Maybe I'm just on the way, to take a piss or something. Sorry, outside, and then just like, hey.
Yeah, and I
Waiting Serpent,
just,
how if
slid
you
out of.
yeah, how do you approach Genshin?
Yeah, I think I just, just like, slide from the roof next to you, look around both sides. Oh,
Don't
Genshin.
want to be too, distasteful, but I think anyway, Genshin is slightly surprised and, you know, in his rather private moment, and just sort of like, oh God, you gave me a fright there. Just tries to
Oh,
look decent very quickly.
didn't mean to. Sorry. But you shouldn't be so easily frightened.
Well, I mean, it's the middle of the night, and I'm just out here anyway. What what's up with you coming
Well,
down from the roofs?
well, more important question is what's up with you?
Whatever should be the matter. I'm enjoying my evening with
Well,
some delightful company.
oh, well, about that company.
Oh, you should meet them. Do you want to come?
Oh no, we met. We
Ah,
know each other very well. Don't worry about that.
gives you a knowing blink that is completely not getting what you mean.
Ah, well, oh, all right. Well, I didn't take you for a one to consort with House of Overwhelming Wisdom. I thought that was like a my thing, not yours.
Oh, sorry, me, the player, already have forgotten. Is it? Did I know this or did I not know this? I can't remember
I
now.
think we
Yeah, I
established
think
that
as
you knew they were bad, but you didn't know
Ah,
how bad they were.
right, right,
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Genshin,
Oh, I didn't
suddenly
realize.
the people that you pursued, Awaiting Serpent has revealed a truly challenging thing to you. Could I please have you roll inner conflict?
Okay. Oh, is that one of the basic moves that I
It
haven't
is
even looked at yet?
is a basic
yeah.
move. You can
Sure.
roll it with any of your elements except for your style element. So your
Uh-huh.
style element is fire, so you can roll with anything but fire.
I think, I think I'm gonna roll it with metal because I feel like control, as in losing control, because oh shit, you got in way over your head might be the right
Yeah, yeah.
might be describing the situation. So
Sure.
that's the 0. Yeah, hang on.
Okay.
And it's a 12.
So so you keep yourself together. Like, so what does that look like when you're like, okay, no, I've got this. What does that look like?
Well, I think it's clearly his completely overblown confidence and slight sort of a lack of respect for real danger. And I think he's just like delighted that, oh, these people are more influential than I thought. Fantastic. I should really pursue this.
Uh, and I think if I may, I'm going to move us forward just a little bit here. I
Yeah.
think as the two of you kind of move, and you go to look around, and the pair that you were with, Genshin, they're gone. They've vanished. During this time, you're not sure whether they just abandoned you or they picked up on Waiting Serpent being there or something else. You're not sure. But I think we'll see the two of you now that you're together. It makes sense the two of you would travel
Yeah,
to this
yeah,
event together.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will just like say, if you insist on spending your time with dangerous villains, you can just go with me, don't you?
I think Genshin, as at noticing that these other people have left, is just a little bit frustrated and just like, oh look, now you've made me lose sight of them. Well, you better help me find them again, and just, sprints off.
And I think we cut to the two of you heading on, moving on in the rain, which has just started up, heading towards this tavern, this inn, together. And we see Genshin, Waiting Serpent. We see you come into this inn. Again, a lot of people there, strangely quiet, as if they're waiting for something. That two-level classic wuxia style inn where there are people up top. But the two of you, Waiting Serpent, Genshin, come in. Master Falling Blossom, what is it that tells you that murder is about to break out? You are muted. You keep changing your picture and not unmuting.
The microphone icon at the bottom of the Zoom.
I mean, I'm sure he's used it
Weird.
plenty of times, so.
Do you want to exit and come back in? Okay. So strange.
Oh, I'm back.
There you go.
I don't know. I don't know what was going on there. Sorry. Yes. I think that the door of the inn blows open, and some peculiarly autumnal leaves for the time of year blow in.
Absolutely. Along with, you will pick up the voices of Genshin and Waiting Serpent, and I will tell you that a fight is about to break out. We're going to take our first break here, and then we're going to come back into this as these attackers jump our heroes. So let's take 10, and then we will return.
Okay.
So to frame up again, kind of where we're at, pouring rain outside, that's thundering down, softened by the roof, but we can hear it on the tiles above. And on the sort of second floor where the balcony, various tables and seats are, Master Falling Blossom is there, a Failed Lancer is there, tea on the table. There are people up here who are also very clearly part of this crew that are here for this ambush. I think you two can hear the sounds of, swords getting slightly pulled out from under tables, people getting ready, that feeling of that. Meanwhile, downstairs, bigger open area, tavern keeper, there's a kind of a bar. There's tables there, still quiet, but down there, the sound quietly of people gathering themselves together. And Waiting Serpent and Genshin have come in. Genshin, when you enter a tavern, you're a Gallivant. What is the mood? Do you innkeeper? Are you looking around for where the wine is at? What do we see on screen here?
I think as he opens the door, there's like some spray of, residual rain on his traveling cloak. Somehow he doesn't look bedraggled. Who knows why? And his slightly wet hair just looks fantastically, I don't know, attractive. And he just sort of whips around and, looks jovially around the place and immediately calls for like a jug of wine and just sort of sighs in relief that he's inside.
And in contrast, or Waiting Serpent, do you fall into that pattern? Like how do we see your behavior when you come in?
Oh, yeah, this is I go in, I check for escape routes, set the traps, uh, people hiding in the rafters, whoever looks suspicious, try to find people who are actually part of Wulin, like from their posture or something, just scanning the room very
yeah.
quickly for anything.
Yeah, so you've come in, you've stopped in the doorway. Genshin has proceeded in, going for the wine, heading for that, and the innkeeper is beckoning them over, and you will feel all of the murderous intent in here.
Yeah.
This is a tavern filled with killers waiting for you. And Genshin has already proceeded in willy-nilly, headed in, and the innkeeper is handing him a jug of wine. And I think we can see that, there are a big group of troops here on this first floor, big group of troops on that second floor. And I think from one end, we see a big guy kind of standing up. And from the other end, a pair, twins almost, standing up uh, down there as the tension ratchets up. So I'm going to check in with each of you before we go to any kind of fight sequence. Master Falling Blossom, when you
Um,
realize this is
hmm.
going to happen, what is it that you wish to do?
We're on the first floor.
You're on the second floor,
Oh, okay.
sort of the balcony floor, where essentially the auxiliary murderers are.
And do we overlook the main floor of the tavern, or do
You
we have to
you
go
are well.
downstairs?
There is a gap. You know that there's an open space. I think you will have a sense of that. You've heard certainly Genshin's voice at the very least, and probably recognize the step of Waiting Serpent. So,
Okay.
so what do you
Then
think you're going to do? I'm going to check in and
I
see what everybody's
okay.
doing.
I think I'm going to go to the top of the stairs that lead down to the main floor, where I can be seen from both the people on my floor, our floor, and the floor below. And I will probably want to trigger my master move, Paragon of Calm and Thoughtfulness, attempt to stop a conflict.
Okay, and Field Lancer. What
Yeah.
uh, what has triggered you to know that something is about to go down, and what do you do? And you see Master Falling Blossom getting up to head to the top of the stairs.
Uh, can you repeat the first part of the question?
So, what is it you know that something's about to break out?
Yeah, yeah,
What
okay.
what is it, and what do you
I
do?
know because I heard that my friend Genshin came in, and it's almost always when he makes a like big appearance, something happens. But right now there's him. I probably, go to the guardrails to look down to the first floor and probably, say hi to my friend. I see, waiting serpent and this weird blind man that seems a little, you know, more aware that he should be of his surroundings. And I kind of start to say hi, but I stop myself and I see this, uh, you know, figures that emerged on the first floor, and I slowly back up to take my spear.
Okay, getting yourselves prepared. You've seen this. Waiting Serpent, you're on the first floor. You know this is about to break out. You see Master Falling Blossom moving to the top of the stairs. You get a glance of Failed Lancer who sees what's going on. You see him come to the edge and then step back in a way to get their weapon. Genshin has already moved forward. What are we going to see you doing here in this initial moment?
Yeah, I think as I lost Genshin, like, and this is gonna snap anyway. I just yell, "It's a trap!" to the like, loudest I can. This will pop because the people who are into the trap already know it's a trap. So you know, and they probably know that I know, or will soon know that I know. So
Kind
yeah,
of Do you draw your weapon?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Genshin, let me ask you this. How
Yeah.
oblivious are you? Are you, I mean, are a trained warrior. At
Yeah.
what, are you completely oblivious, or at what point do you realize this has gone wrong?
I feel that, well, I don't, so I'm assuming this is before I hear Waiting Serpent shouting it's a trap,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So before that, I think maybe he will become more aware of his surroundings as soon as he's like taken the first sip. Um, at which point, and this has now clarified my second move that I shall keep, which is it takes a thief. Um, So, yeah, at which point I think he will notice, oh, this is not like a jovial inn right now. This seems much more, uh, hostile one way or another. So I think his body will tense up, not losing his grip on the wine cup. But yeah, depending on what's happening now, he might try and jump behind the bar.
Okay. So I'm going to start working through some moves here. Let's start with Master Falling Blossom. I think in terms of what you can affect right now, it's probably these auxiliary folks at the top of the stairs. They're the ones that have you the closest attention. They're the ones that are getting up to rush down, and you're in the way. So let's have you make that move there.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to roll with metal, which seems to me it's control, calculation, reflection. If these get involved, then the number balance begins to go against us
Okay.
or my friends. So I think I'll roll +0.
Okay.
That is a 6.
That is a 6.
Um, on a fail, I draw their ire to me. So I think
Okay.
I kind of bang on the floor with the flute walking stick and announce to the room, now, my friends, let's not cause any problems.
And they are on you, and they grab you, and you are just getting ready to assume your stance, and they are already knocking you down and kicking you as they go by. uh and I think you're completely like, this came out of nowhere. What is it that went wrong for you? Did you mishear something? Did you slip? What do you think it is?
No, I should have blown on the flute first.
Okay.
That gets people's attention. It calms them down. But I have a tendency to impatience.
Okay. So would you please mark your medal? And you are kind of underneath a group of troops. Failed Lancer, you're looking down, you see, oh, this is about to break out. There's these big people, and then you hear ah, da, 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 and then and you see Master Falling Blossom, vanish into this group of troops here. What do you do?
They probably also jump me, so I defend myself.
Okay,
I throw like a chair into one of them, grab my spear, and fight with it. It's still, wrapped in stuff, so I can conceal my style better because there are certain uh, marks,
sure.
certain
So I
things
think we've
on the
got
spear.
got the group of troops that have moved over to kind of like pin you, and the group of troops that are on Master Falling Blossom. Let's have you roll deal with troops. This is one of the dual moves. Down that when you
Mhm.
and they are just troops. They are guys with swords, and you are a badass. So again, as you say, throwing the chair, getting the spear out. Go ahead and roll with your style element.
With my style, so it will be water. I just move through them as good as I can. It will be uh 14 total.
14. So you flow through them. You throw them, every which way there. Some of them go over the railing, some of them fly back, tables are crushed. And I think with that 14, you can also have gotten to a position where you have like gotten Master Falling Blossom out from under the scrum, the dog pile of these attackers there. So I think, you can have gotten him up. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably say that. Let's get you out of here, old man. It's not a place for a blind man.
Okay. Genshin, you are further in, close by that bar. The innkeep has handed you the wine and is drawing out their dagger to stab you kind of surreptitiously, quietly. These two like bigger named villains there, but also these troops on the ground floor. We're going to come to Waiting Serpent in a second. What do we see you do when suddenly the match is lit?
The match is lit. That is a wonderful wording for my style element, which is fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you'll see him, like I said, take a big gulp of the wine before noticing. And then, as he notices the hostilities, I think he will sort of, how do you say? Um, I'm missing the words for this, but basically throw around his traveling cloak, so that it sort of creates somewhat of a diversion
Mm-hmm.
around him while trying to jump over the bar to get at the innkeep who he's realizing is also in on it. Um,
Absolutely.
and yeah, depending on how this roll goes, I think might try to light a fire
Okay.
with some spirits in the back of the bar.
I think this is deal with troops because you're dealing with some of the closest general attackers to distract them, and also this innkeep. So let's have you roll with your style element.
Mm-hmm. Just a moment. Do, 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 do. There we go. That's an 8.
That is an 8. Uh so tell me, what is it about the cloak? Where do you get to?
Just a second. I'm
Sure.
just trying to wait. What is it on a?
On a hit, you defeat them. So you get to describe how you do that.
Oh, okay. So there's not like really any horrible
They're troops.
complication anyway. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I don't do it easily, but yeah. So I think the movement of the cloak immediately like traps one of the attacker's small weapons and basically disarms him, disorients him as I'm like already jumping across the bar. And then I use the jug in my hand to smash it over the head of the innkeep, who probably just I don't know,
Drops.
like in a film, immediately drops.
Yes.
We're in film
So
logic. Yeah.
you've dropped them. You've taken care of some of these troops here. You're behind the bar. Uh, you have access to all the alcohol in just a moment.
Yeah.
And there's some pricey wine here. It looks good.
We're not
Hate to
using
waste
pricey
it,
wine.
but Waiting Serpent. You see this go down. You see the fight at the top of the stairs. You're worried for a second about Master Falling Blossom, but then you see Failed Lancer leap into action and clear them away. Genshin pushes forward, is behind the bar. What do we see you do?
Yeah, well, there's still a lot of people coming at Genshin. So well, yeah, I just quickly jump, land between Genshin and the other troops, and well, how do I fight a lot of people? Oh yeah, it's gonna be some sort of weird trick or something, and I will probably call back to my scan of the room to like notice, there's some sort of lantern in the on the ceiling that's like on the rope, and uh yeah, as I like land there, I like fight off the first one, knock him, uh and then I try to get down the lantern to create, to get some fire going, create a distraction.
Okay. And do we see your weapon yet? Have you drawn your blade, or are you still kind of working barehanded there?
Yeah. I mean, I guess to cut some rope, I need a dagger.
Okay.
It's very, unimpressive dagger, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's have you roll with your style element.
Yeah. Yeah. 36 plus 2. Oh, wow. Could have rolled better.
Okay, so you get to choose. The numbers overwhelm you, and you have to retreat, or you're going to win at a cost. You'll be able to deal with them at a cost.
Well, I also have the special cost specific for my playbook.
Uh-huh.
So let's get that, but how? Uh, well, I think that, winning at the cost of just burning this place down
Oh, I would love to help with that.
would be like, showing that I'm, careless villain who just, oh, I cannot use it or deal with troops, I guess, as per
Right,
written. Sorry.
right.
Sorry, I didn't, I forgot about that. So never mind. Uh, well, can I still do that? If like just burn down the place, be the one that burned this down?
Uh, I think here I'm going to offer you the cost. You can do that, but I think that like you have can set this on fire, but you've also burned yourself in the
Oh, yeah.
doing of it.
Yeah,
So
that makes
let's
total
have you
sense for me.
mark, choose one of your elements besides your style element and mark it right now. And I do think you have created some fire there. It may go dangerously out of control. But you've dealt with part of these troops that are down there on the ground. But like, I think part of your cloak or whatever caught fire. You had to throw that off.
Yeah.
What did you mark?
I'm gonna mark wisdom because this doesn't seem to be very, wise action, to be
Abs
honest.
Absolutely. Master Falling Blossom, you were knocked down, kicked, and then Failed Lancer, with the brilliance that you knew that Failed Lancer had, came and, you know, moved these troops back. There's still some up here that are moving with threatening force, but I think that you're also aware now suddenly that someone has started the building on fire down below. And I
Um,
think, of course, as you suggested, I think the fire is right underneath the stairs. And it is, and those are catching immediately. Falling Blossom, what do you do?
I lean on Failed Lancer and say, "This is not going at all well, my boy."
Well, it's not over yet, so
What is your suggestion?
uh, mm, go up and jump down.
Um, Very good. Um, Lead on.
So Lancer, is your intent to try and get out of this fiery place and get downstairs?
Yeah, I imagine the height of the second story isn't that much of a problem for our masters
No.
of martial arts.
I,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
I am going to make you overcome action because I think you're dealing with the complication of the height, the troops pressing in on you, the troops down below, and the fire. I think all of that kind of adds
Yeah.
into this. So, what do you want to roll for that overcome action to show how awesome you are?
Using patience growth. It seems a fire element because of the speed
Yeah.
that we have to move. Okay, it will be 36 plus 2,
Yep.
8 total.
8. So I think you suggested you grab Master Falling Blossom. We see you use your lightness, your skill to leap down into the troops there. But I think that what happens is I'm going to offer this as a cost. I think you're immediately separated from Master Falling Blossom, and
Yeah.
you hear the crack, and the table next to you explodes. And we will see those twins who I mentioned earlier, and they both have metal whips, and they have used those to shatter the tables next to you, and they are spinning them around and coming towards you. So right now, like that is kind of the cost separated from Master Falling Blossom, and this these uh deadly twins, the deadly whipping twins there are a named foe, are kind of coming at you. Master Falling Blossom, when you hit the ground, separated away from Lancer, from that situation, probably closer to Genshin, Waiting Serpent. We've got more troops. We've got a fire, and we've got a big guy that's making their way over. What do we see you doing?
I think I will try to talk down the big guy.
Okay. Now, here in this situation here, Master, I think that you are in a situation where the conflict has already broken out.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough.
In the noise and chaos here, uh, I don't think they'd even hear you. So what is your next option?
I think um I think I would like to try hearts and minds. I would like to suggest to the large individual. Oh no, I think I would like to suggest to the owner of the inn and
Okay.
any accomplices with him.
So this, I think, is
Too late.
well, no, no. If you want to use your words to try and deal with troops, that
Yes.
that seems
Oh yes.
appropriate here.
Yes. Fine.
Yeah,
I'll do that. Let me see what would be appropriate.
you can roll that with your style element if you want.
No, I don't think this is cautious. I think this is awareness, wisdom, flexibility. Come, my friends. We need to be calm and let's just walk away.
Okay. Try to draw their attention to the fact that the building is on fire over whatever
Yes,
it is they've been called to.
yes.
Okay. Then let's have you roll.
2d6 plus 1. It's all
Yes,
gone so well so far.
absolutely.
There we go. Oh, an 8.
An 8.
8 plus 1, 9.
So what is it like? Like, it's not spectacular in terms of getting these troops here, but what is it that you do that kind of draws them out?
You have a responsibility here. Think of the innocent bystanders.
I think they probably consider themselves innocent bystanders, so some of them begin to rush out, because this fire has started. There's still some on the ground floor. There's still some on the upper floor. The ones on the upper floor are a little more going to have to like leap down or leap out the windows. There's a big guy coming this way. We've got the whip twins over on the side. Genshin. What do you
Yeah.
do?
I mean, since there's already a fire, why not add fuel to it?
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, wait. I feel like I've missed some of the your awesome description because I was looking at the moves.
So here's the
So
situation. You're on the ground floor behind the bar. On
yeah,
one end of the room, Failed Lancer is facing against these two foes. On sort of the middle of the room, Master Falling Blossom has kind of convinced a good chunk of these people, hey, this building's on fire. Discretion. Perhaps you do not wish to be here when this building collapses, and has gotten some of them out. There's still a few troops over there, and there's a big guy running. And I think Waiting Serpent is closer to those troops and that big guy, and of course a fire that is burning.
right. So and failed Lancer is not that close to the fire, is that correct?
He is a little further away, the other end of the room, dealing with these two whip-bearing warriors.
Okay. Well, I'm so bad at this, like, situational
Yeah.
things. But yeah, I think what Genqing will try and do is metal whips, you say.
Yes.
Um, I think he will try and I don't know if this makes sense at all, but I wonder if he's going to try and bring the fire to these metal whips to make it really uncomfortable to hold on to them.
I think you can certainly spread the fire down that way.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I think what he'll do is, throw a bunch of bottles with, not the nice, but the
uh,
high-spirited stuff in that direction, shout at failed Lancer, get out of the way, and then throw a lantern in that direction as well.
so this is overcome. And this
All
is good.
right.
So let me tell you mechanically what's happening is these two are dangerous. They are a higher scale, meaning they are more powerful than any of you one on one. And so what you're kind of doing is throwing this fire over there. You're trying to effectively distract them and bring their scale down so people can deal with them. So let's have you make an overcome action. What do you want to roll that with? Is it
Um,
fire?
well, is so I get to choose,
You
right?
get to choose because this is not a combat like direct attack action. This is you doing the overcome to set somebody else
The
up.
only problem is that if I fail, I might have to mark that. Is that correct?
That is very correct.
Well, we're gonna risk it because I
Absolutely.
think Genshi is nothing but is nothing if not impulsive. So let's see. Unfortunately, it's a six.
It is a six. Okay, now let's talk about a mechanic that we have here. You may, if you wish, after you roll, spend a bond uh, uh, with one of your friends and to bump that up by one.
Oh, well,
And since you have a bond with Failed Lancer, you're kind of helping them. You could spend that to get it to that seven.
yeah. I mean, I could. Is there also a way of reasonably arguing that Jiming Lang, who is hopelessly in love with me, helps with this in some way? I don't know.
Well, here's how that would be is like that Waiting Serpent knows Ji Ming Lang, and maybe Waiting Serpent will tell Ji this wonderful story about how you were awesome later on. So that might push you mentally to use that bond if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do
Yeah.
that.
That is how this is about you. Like they're not actually physically drawing on you, but you're drawing on your connection. You're
Yeah.
thinking, oh, this is going to be a great
Just
story.
because I'm not the biggest fan of Failed Lancer right now, but I guess I'm trying to help anyway, but it doesn't
Absolutely.
feel like that would.
Uh,
Yeah.
so I think you can do that. Uh, let's think about a cost or a complication here. Um, have you decided what your weapon is?
I said that I hadn't, and I was considering improvised anyway,
Yeah.
because I feel like that fits with him. I'm sure he's carrying some weapon, but nothing too impressive. I think he likes to draw on whatever's around him.
Okay. The simplest way for your cost is here. I want you to mark an element. You don't have to
Okay,
mark your fire. You can mark any one of them that you want.
sure. Let me see what makes sense. I mean, sure. Can I just mark wood?
Absolutely. It means, it kind of points to the fact that maybe you were a little overconfident in this, maybe a little angry in the moment there. I think
But
that's
certainly
fair.
not patient.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
But you do that. The fire hits there in the middle of them and they are coordinated. They've trained together clearly, but suddenly there's fire in the middle of them. They have to go and split. So they are not one unit. They are split across, into two foes that can be dealt with individually. Okay. Waiting Serpent. Troops on the ground, big guy coming this way. You see he is pulling out a great metal club. And then there are those twins with the whips there. What do you do?
Well, let's try it, second shot at this fighting thing. The guy's coming. Wait, guy is coming my whose way? Sorry. Yeah. Let's go for the big guy
Okay.
who's
Now let
coming.
me ask you this, and this is my way of saying maybe you want to do this. Would you like to roll a study to get a sense
Yeah.
of this guy
Yeah.
first?
That was my other idea what to do here. So
Yeah.
if
And
I
you
can,
you
yeah,
can do the study and then we'll do the combat action, but it's probably a
yeah,
good idea. Get in the habit
yeah,
of
yeah,
learning what their scale is. So, what do you want to
yeah.
roll that with?
Uh, I'm gonna guess curiosity from wood is on wood. I don't have awareness. I guess would make sense here.
Sure. Roll with a plus
I
one.
want to know what's going on. Yeah. Hmm. 2 6 plus 1. Wow.
Now that is a
This is
six.
the day of rolling well, but I can use some bond here.
Yes, you could. What bond do you want to spend?
Uh, uh, I mean, I already like, I feel that I let Genshin go here. That's already my failure that he's in this. So yeah, this is a bond. It's all
Yeah.
my fault here.
Goodness.
So we push that to a seven. And
Yeah.
what is it that tells you that this guy is nasty and one-on-one is above your scale right now? What is it that
Oh,
tells you
all right.
that?
Well, oh yeah, I'm just watching him and I look at his posture and then I look at his and then I look at how he's just how he's carrying this weapon and
One
I
hand.
realize that yeah, in one hand and he just he kind of moves it a little bit, but even from that little movement I realize that even with this gigantic weapon, he's very fast with it.
So what do you want to do when you
Like,
realize that he is a little above your scale? What is it you
yeah.
want to do?
Well, good. No, no, that's too soon for this. Well, let's. Hmm, how do we bring these scales down? Yeah, okay, by either duel or.
So bring down scale is
Well, you know
usually
what?
it's usually an overcome action to
Yeah,
in the heat of the moment to describe what you do to try
yeah,
and put them off balance to gain an advantage. That's the most classic one.
yeah.
So what do you do?
Oh, you know what? I will try to put him off balance in different way. Maybe I will just try to like. Well, I guess I can put him off balance by talking to him, trying to like you know uh mess with his confidence and stuff.
Sure. Uh, what do you want to roll that with, and what does that sound like?
Oh, oh yeah, I will just like coldly uh go over like uh, well, as a master of uh thousands foot one cut, even from your posture, I can see all the holes in your technique. I've seen
Okay.
6 already. And like I will
Excellent.
just try to like bluff my way into like exactly know how I can just uh defeat you, even if I'm just lying through my teeth.
What do you want to roll that with?
I mean that's metal. That's
Okay.
like cold analysis is my fighting method, and this is just other application of that. So I'm just
Let's
gonna go with because this is I'm just bluffing that my fighting style can do this. Wow, never mind. He sees through
so
it
I think
completely.
he says I know exactly what your style is, Waiting Serpent, because we are here for you. And then that cub swings and
Yeah,
hits you and sends you flying. You hit against one of these beams. That beam gives way because the place is already on fire.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
go ahead and mark metal. I think
uh,
that you feel
yeah,
something give in
yeah,
there as that blow lands. Wind is absolutely knocked out of you.
yeah,
And he's striding over. You can tell that he has been hired. Like
yeah.
they're here not for anyone else. They are here all to kill you.
Yeah.
Master Falling Blossom, it is your action.
Just a rules clarification here.
Yes,
Is it possible for waiting servant to mark wounded and leave their element unmarked?
that is a possible because and I believe
Yeah.
that yeah. It's up to you if you want to do that, Waiting Serpent.
No, 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 no. Yeah. If this goes really bad, I'm saving wounded for something else, to be honest.
Okay. So yeah, smashes into that. Master Falling Blossom, you will hear this. You hear the tear in the air as this guy swings that. And what we usually do is when one person has done study to establish scale, I think everyone else has like picked up on what their skill is. That one on one right now, as this guy is, whew, you do not want to fight him.
I think I'm conflicted here. On the
Yes.
one hand, I want to use hearts and minds to tell everyone to run away. But on the other hand, I don't want to reinforce Lance's sense of failure.
And the situation, the passions are so high, I don't think you're in a position to use hearts and minds.
So is that in a conflict or do
I
I
don't think
just
that raises to the level of
okay, okay,
Milking that for XP,
yeah,
huh?
okay.
that's close, but I
Well, I think without rolling hearts and minds, I will shout to everyone, my friends, it's time to leave and exit,
okay. Let
tapping the floor as I go.
then I want it overcome. I think to get out of here unharmed and maybe to get these other troops cleared to kind of leave the floor a little cleared. Uh,
I think I'm going to roll with Earth
okay.
because I think this is caution, focus, and presence. Follow me. Uh, that is 9 plus 2, which
Is
is
it
an 11.
so? Yeah, you are out the door. Again, you make it look casual. People are flying past you as you kind of duck and dodge and weaves out of Ichi style,
Tap,
and
tap,
you
tap, 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 tap,
are
tap, tap,
out
tap, tap.
and have cleared the troops there. So I think right now you're outside in the rain. Those troops are scattering. Inside the bar, basically are three foes left. This big guy who's still above scale, and these twins with the whips there. Genshin. On
Yeah.
the one hand, this. On the other hand, this.
I
What do you want to do?
have a question. I know that my move of, wait, let me try and find the wording of you can slip from bonds and pass through locked doors and windows as if they were open does not, I mean, it extends to attack and defense, right? Um,
Basically,
does
when you
that?
roll your attack, you're not going to drink. You're not going to drop your drink.
Yeah, but does it also, like, in any way, shape, or form extend to maybe being able to help one of my friends to actually get out of here?
What would that be? How do you want to do that?
Um, yeah, so I'm wondering, well, my question, obviously the question is which one of these needs my help more? But I feel like it's Waiting Serpent who's just been, battered.
Waiting Serpent took a blow
Yeah.
that would have felled a normal person, and she is smashed through a supporting beam in here.
Yeah, so I think that's probably where I would go,
Okay.
given that I've just
As you
helped
start,
Lancer.
if you start going to me, I will just try to wave you back. I'm fine. Go for the Lancer.
Yeah, I don't think Genshin is listening.
So
Yeah, it's all
there
right.
is a move for this
Mhm.
called comfort and support. This is
Oh,
basically you in combat trying to help them up, trying to help them, which can allow them to clear an element or generate bonds. So let's look at that move. What do you want to roll that with? What are you rolling to slide over there with your superior grace and speed and maybe get them up or provide a distraction? What do you want to do that with?
good question. Um, Meh. I think, to be honest, I feel like it's still fire, and this is not me trying to just use my biggest, but I
Believe
think it's
me,
the speed
I'm
and
always
passion.
love it when you roll your best element because eventually it will burn out.
Exactly. But also, I do think it's speed and passion rather than
Yeah,
focus or whatever. It's just well, shit, I actually led Waiting Serpent in here. And, like, yes, I might be a bit of a dickhead, but, not completely without feelings of loyalty one way or another. So,
fair.
yeah. And I think, yeah, I think he'll continue to just like throw whatever's behind the bar, in the direction of foes as
Sure.
he's like, swinging over the bar again. And I guess then I'm probably rolling before I tell you anything more.
Yes.
Yeah. Da-da-da. It's a 9.
That is a 9. So, uh, Waiting Serpent, you have two choices. When Genshin gets you up, you can either gain a bond with Genshin or you can clear a marked element. What would you like to do?
Uh, well, I would like to get a bond, but I have my combat element marked, so
You gonna clear that?
I kind of want. Yeah, I really want to clear my metal.
Okay, perfect. So you have thrown those things, you've called out,
Uh,
you've kind of created a distraction, and
yeah,
to your relief, Genshin, you will see Waiting Serpent getting up there thanks to your
yeah,
interaction. Now, Failed Lancer, I kind of jumped over you because I wanted to see Genshin because Genshin was closer. But
yeah.
Genshin has let put this fire, and now we've got left hand whip twin and right hand whip twin. What do you want to do?
And they're kind of distracted, so on the same scale as me,
Yeah,
correct?
either one of them is on the same scale as you right now.
Okay, okay. I'm just I kinda wanna use my hidden move to gain. Nah, I already have an advantage. I will just first I will ask them, uh, you're here for the waiting serpent, right? And then why us? Why here?
Yeah,
Why not on the more opportune, more advantageous position down the road or something?
I think that they are, yeah, we were told to kill anyone who came here, anyone who allied themselves with Waiting Serpent. They must all die.
Well, damn, harsh. And I will. Uh, mm, I think. How long will they be distracted? Can I guess? Like,
In a moment they're going to get past that fire, join up again, and then they're going to be twice as dangerous.
yeah, and I can't fight with them with my basic style, so I will just dart past them. I will escape. I will flee the battle.
Okay. Uh, Now I will say this. No one is watching you right now. Genshin and Waiting Serpent are over there focused on that big guy, and Master Falling Blossom is out of the building. So it's just you and these two.
Well, also apparently I know already.
Well, that's true, but if I fail, they will tell everyone, and it's kind of risky. And I don't know. I will flee. I will flee the battle.
Okay. Then are you trying to flee the battle in a way to draw them outside, or are you trying to, I'm just gonna get away?
I will. I forgot the word in English. When you, in chess, when the king and the tower uh,
So you switch
change
position, you
places.
castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will try to switch with them. So I'm on the one side of fire and they on the other side, and they can't really pursue.
Okay.
Not fast enough.
Still keeping their attention, but so you're not
Yeah.
completely, yeah, I think that's overcome.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, I think this will be caution, probably. So Earth, which is +0.
Okay.
3.
Okay. So I think that you go to do that and they are already there and they push you back further into this burning building. And I think it's now you and them sort of alone at the back part. And like they haven't gotten coordinated yet, but they've completely blocked you from getting out of here. Go ahead and mark an element.
Also XP. When do we mark
Yes.
XP?
When you fail, you get XP, and you get
Yeah.
XP when you roll inner conflict. Uh,
Yeah.
and it's hot in here. I think we've got, the flames are right, the camera is shooting over the
Yeah.
flames and the two of them are there and they are waiting and watching. Master Falling Blossom, you have rushed outside. The troops are out there. You hear the creaking of the building. You can tell it's starting to give way. Those people upstairs have rushed out. Uh, but your friends, you know all three of these people. You've interacted with all of them. All three of them have remained in the building.
Um, is this an isolated inn or is there a village?
This is an isolated inn. There's a roadside inn.
Okay. Then I want to know what I could do to cause the part of the building that contains our foes to collapse without hurting my friends.
Let's have you make a study roll.
Okay. And I think this is probably curiosity. No, that's a bit perverse. I think I'm going to go with focus because I need to get this right.
Yeah.
Um, I roll 2d6 plus 2. 9.
So that is a 9. So your
I would
question.
like to spend a bond with failed Lancer, who I think it is important to me that he survives,
Okay. So
to make that a
that's a
10.
10. So you have 2 hold. And with the hold, you can ask a question. You can learn a person's scale, which we already know their scale, or you
Mhm.
can make a declaration.
Yes. I would like to ask a question about an escape route, if you will,
Okay.
which I think is closest to the question I want, which is where could I exert a relatively small amount of pressure to create an obstacle to the bad guys? And if I can also declare
Well,
something.
let's start with the question.
Okay.
We'll be at the declaration in a second here. I think that there are places to do that, like the kicking in of a wall, the to do that. But I think you have to then choose. Do you do that to aid Waiting Serpent and Genshin versus the big guy? Or Failed Lancer is completely separated from them at the other end of the building. So that is the question there.
Okay. Well, I will aid Waiting Serpent and Genshin,
Okay.
but
And
I
what
would
is your
like
declaration?
that in doing that, I will put out the fire that is separating Failed Lancer from an exit.
That seems reasonable to me, but I think that's an overcome action to actually
Yes.
carry that out.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that this continues my sense of focus.
Okay.
That
This is
wall
the,
there.
this is the one to hit.
That is an 11.
That is an 11. So what does that look like? What do we
Um,
see on screen?
I think that you see me stroll around the side of the building, unconcerned, and then consider two beams. I push on one, I push on the other, and then I tap one with my flute.
Comes crashing. Well, we see Waiting Serpent. That big guy has moved forward when suddenly there's a cracking sound and one of the big beams comes and smashes down between you and him. He's forced backwards away from you. He can't get to you right now. Failed Lancer, where you're at, the back wall kind of gives way, and suddenly there is the cold, wet air of the night comes in, and you realize that you can leap out that way. Let's start with Waiting Serpent. Do you continue to fight or do you escape?
Well, I will just look at, my companions. They're after me, at me only. Get to where you need to be. I will be fine. I say, and I, you know, go to like the opposite direction than their escape route is, trying to draw all three of them after me into like deeper into this, burning, falling thing, building.
Okay. Uh, so is your intent to fight them, or is your intent to do this in a way to get your friends and you out of there?
Uh, well, I want to get my friends out of here, and then I will use my intent to use my move board invincible and just I always escape. What I will get out
Yeah.
of this. They and you and the other may escape if I mark wounded.
Okay.
I
Then
will
let's
go.
have
I
you,
will draw them into the
yeah,
building and yeah.
let's have you
Uh,
make that overcome action roll.
yeah. Uh-huh. 2d6. What am I even using here?
That's a good question.
I think. Uh, well, uh, what would that be like? Uh, maybe maybe this is like the the presence of Earth. I'm just trying to be
Yeah. Trying to keep yourself together to do this, to
yeah
to
yeah
sacrifice.
and yeah
Let,
yeah.
let's have
So
you
that's
roll
a
it.
2d6 plus one. Hopefully, I succeed on something today. No, no, I won't. Another
So
fail.
I think that you will go to do this, and I think that there is a sudden strike and you are hit by a beam as it goes
Okay.
down. I think you are knocked
Yeah,
unconscious by this in the
yeah,
fire. Genshin, the building is coming down. The big guy has been separated. You see Wailing Serpent hit the floor. Looks like flames and such. What do you do?
I think, I mean, it's good job that you failed because I think Genshin would not have followed your suggestion anyway. And I think he will grab some kind of, wait, are there some curtains somewhere?
Are there?
Sure, there's curtains
There
somewhere.
we go. That's
Because,
what we want
well,
to
I
do.
was thinking, I don't want to, he doesn't want to, ruin his lovely traveling cloak.
Okay.
So he grabs some curtains as he, jumps toward the big guy and tries to jump on his back, wrapping the curtains around his head. to try and help Waiting Serpent out. Well, I guess, I mean,
Waiting Serpent is unconscious.
oh no, yeah,
So it's
she's
your choice.
unconscious.
Like right now, you've got the big guy is separated.
Oh
You
wait,
can
he's
run.
separated?
Yeah, you
I
can
thought he
run,
was
or you can
still
get Waiting
going for
Serpent
her.
out. If you run, your clothes are going to be fine. You're going to look good. No smoke,
No, no,
smell,
I
anything like.
just meant I thought he was still going for her.
No, he's separated right now from
Oh.
that falling beam that Master Falling Blossom did.
Oh, fantastic. Well, in which case, I think uh, I will use the curtains for a different purpose, which is to, drag Waiting Serpent out of harm's way.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of hard frame this here now.
Yeah.
Failed Lancer, you had intended to escape. You're given the opportunity. I assume you take it when that's presented to you.
Yeah, we
Okay.
probably see that Lancer, uh, uh, you know, readying himself, like gripping the spear to, use his real style. And then the wolf falls, and he's like, "Oh, I don't have to do that. Awesome!" and escapes.
Okay. And I think we're going to cut to some distance away in the woods. The rain's still coming down. And I think we're going to see Master Falling Blossom, Lancer, Genshin, Waiting Serpent kind of just on, coming to consciousness here. In the distance, way in the background, we can see just the last of the flames from that inn, the sound of it cracking and exploding. Those those assassins, those attackers flee off into the night, their job not completed. Let's take 5, and then we'll come back for a little bit of healing and for a
You're
chance
not
for
going
the
to make me
4 of you to
roll. Cool.
talk. So take 5. No, I'm not going to make you roll because I think we're at the hard frame point here.
All right, good.
Yeah.
When the dice punish you.
I don't remember. I guess this is a rules clarification question.
Sure.
Because Alan spoke of failures earning XP, but I wasn't sure on which failures that is the case. And also I can't actually remember if I failed at anything outright or if I've always spent something or marked something to succeed. I can't remember.
See. How many bonds have you spent?
I spent one bond.
Okay. I only see one fail in the dice notes, and I think you spent it to take that to the 7. So I don't think you have any outright fails.
And the other one, marking an element was, I think that was like a mixed success or something, right?
Yeah.
But just in general, my question was more like, which failures do actually produce an XP?
Only if you keep the failure. If you spend bonds to bump it up.
I just meant in general on which
6
moves.
or less.
Is it on any move?
On any move. Yeah.
Okay.
And then inner conflict, you always get an XP when you roll inner conflict. You just get it.
In which case I should mark one, right? Because
if you rolled inner conflict, you should at any point you should give yourself. Yes. I make you your character experienced it.
Sure.
Okay.
What I'm not sure of is I failed on my inner conflict first move.
Look at those 2 XP.
2.
Oh my God.
Then I'm up to snuff. Okay.
Up to snuff.
Where do I even mark this?
XP. Let's see. Characters. Where is XP? So right next to the wounded box underneath your elements, there's a drop down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know. This was like very hidden to my eyes.
Oh yeah, it is a little inobvious. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Did I get wounded at the end, or am I just unconscious and not marking anything?
I think you're just unconscious. So what I'm going to say is normally here in between scenes, when we have a break, everybody would get a chance to clear a marked element. I think for Waiting Serpent, I think you're not going to get that chance to clear. We'll clear whatever it was. So you're going to keep that earth or water still marked.
Yeah.
If that sounds okay.
That's all right. Yeah, of course.
So I think we take up the rain has kind of died down. You are off the road. The smell of smoke still in the distance. Genshin has managed to keep his clothing miraculously intact. And you're all there together. A couple of you came in together and then the other came in. And I believe the recording is going, isn't it?
Good point. Yes, it is.
Yes. I managed to record that the break there. So that was my fault. So used to do that a lot more than I do now. I used to forget that every time. So uh let's start with failed Lancer. Uh your friends, allies here look in bad shape. This went very strangely. Uh what are you saying to them? What do we see? Are you talking to them, or do we just see your reaction? What do you think when we come in this scene?
Well, I think I've never described how my character looks like. So he
Yeah.
has like a round face, a stubble probably, or 5 o'clock shadow, and a very relaxed smile most of the time. So, and his his clothing is okay. Nothing fancy, nothing tattered or something. So he says, "Friends, it's good to see you. Although I wish it were a more calm situation, but that was fun, at least." And he tries to cheer them up by his optimism.
What are other people's reactions to that? Genshin? I,
Oh, I think Genshin will completely agree. And he's probably kind of still riding on the adrenaline. So he's sort of in a strangely cheery mood, and he'll pull out a bottle and go, "Well, it wasn't all lost. I managed to snatch this," and it's just some really nice, more expensive wine that he did not use as a throwing weapon, and takes a big gulp and then passes it along because I don't think he brought glasses or cups.
fair enough. Waiting Serpent, you took a little
Yeah,
bit of a punishment there, a little bit of a pummeling in front of your allies. What do we see?
yeah,
How are you reacting?
yeah. Well, first of all, like one of my sleeve is burnt. There's some burns on my hand, and yeah, I'm just kind of well, I'm keeping pace with everyone, but you can see that I'm going through some pain with like every movement of my body. I hope, yeah, I'm glad everybody enjoyed themselves back there. Also, for next time when I tell you to get out, just get out. All right?
Falling Blossom.
I will just point out, I said that first.
Okay.
Um, um,
Genshin
I,
will probably go watch and just leave this fantastic, you know, drink over there over my dead body.
well, conceivably, I'm going to clear fire
Okay.
in for my benefit of a bit of downtime. Um, I think what you're all missing, my friends, is why. So I'd like to study, please. I'd like to try to work out, because one of my suggested study questions is who benefits from all this anger? Who benefits from somebody trying to take you out?
Okay. What
Because
do you want to roll that
it
with?
was focused on one of us. The rest of us were just collateral. I think it is fire.
Okay.
So 2d6 plus 1. 7.
7. So
So close to the
what is your
wind.
question or what is your declaration?
my question is, because it was
We've established, I think now, it's been said
who
aloud that
who they
Waiting
were.
Serpent was the target.
Yeah. So who would benefit most from that focus on Waiting Serpent? Which faction, I guess, if you want to narrow it down?
Waiting Serpent, you know, is is you know, a child of a villain. And so unfortunately there are many possibilities here. Uh and coming to this place seems like a dangerous thing for them to do. Uh, but if you had to put money on it at this point, Mr.
And I
Falling,
do.
and you
I
do,
do.
uh, uh, you also know that Waiting Serpent is not as bad as people believe. You know that. I mean, you know that. Uh, and it is likely to be Waiting Serpent's own family or father that sent these people, put them here to eliminate her.
Um, is there any inner conflict to play here? As I risk looking at Genshin, who I also think is the child of that same evil nemesis.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think we'll let you do that roll with the 7 to 9 kind of thing being keeping your mouth shut, effectively being the cost there. So let's have you roll.
I think I will roll with. Um I can't roll with metal again. Yeah, I think it's with wood again. Whether I have the patience to keep my gob shut.
Sure.
Oh, that's a complete failure.
You are now absolutely convinced, having seen them in action, you know for certain, having been around them, Genshin has to be the brother of Waiting Serpent. You've put that together in your mind. You're absolutely 100% convinced of that. You don't say anything. You keep yourself quiet, but you're like, I know. They try to hide it. Maybe they know, maybe they deliberately do this. They came together, obviously, like it all works out.
Yeah, I've changed my entanglement to I'm certain my friend Genshin's parent.
Great.
Uh, uh
All I will let out is I will stare with my blind eye fixedly at Genshin, and then look at Waiting Serpent,
And
and
probably
then
just
look back at
passed.
Genshin.
yeah. Uh anything anyone else wants to say in the scene before we move forward? Genshin?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Genshin and
Go
then
on.
Waiting Serpent?
Sorry, I love that this is now also seeming like we are siblings just talking over each other. Um, but I think so you said right between scenes or downtime I get to mark
You
clear
get to
my
clear one of your elements that is marked,
yeah.
yes.
So I'm gonna clear the one that I have marked, which is wood, which is about having been overconfident and whatever. And I think that perfectly fits with what like Genshin is not willing to, just follow Waiting Serpent's lead. But I think he will admit, all right, you were probably right. I should have been a little bit more cautious before going in there. But, it's hard to refuse a drink.
Waiting Serpent, how do you respond or rise to the
Yeah,
bait or answer that?
yeah. Well, I would try to remember who I heard to cause this, but I'm kind of tired right now, and I don't have a whole day to think about this, so I'm just gonna roll it with all the other people who either rightfully or unrightfully blame me for things. It's just I stopped keeping a track long time ago.
And Field Lancer, anything you want to say here?
Lancer probably drinks the wine that Genshin brought, and he kind of, you know, puts the hand on the shoulder of the Genshin and says, you know, this is great. Now that we are traveling together, I feel like this journey will be much a lot more fun than it were. You like a brother to me.
And Genshin just goes and looks at you sort of with a bit of a suspicious stare and just goes, "Am I now?" It just takes another big gulp.
That feels like a good line for me to cut on
If
here.
can I just if just before you cut, I think I'd like to go back to Master Falling Blossom, who goes,
Okay. Another sibling. Interesting. All right. I think that we cut forward to seeing the four of you. It's clearly a day or two later. Because of the magic of cinema, you're all in clean clothes. You all look much better.
I always
Uh,
am.
and we will see you approaching this estate. Uh, Tell me, Master Falling Blossom, uh, what season are we in?
it's clearly rainy, so I think it is spring.
Okay, spring, so it's getting warmer. Things are just starting to bloom. Uh, and we've got a little bit of that. People are doing the spring plantings and the last of the winter crops and things are starting to be eaten. But pleasant, beautiful out. Uh, Failed Lancer, tell me this this estate that you're heading towards for the Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau. They have a compound. There probably is a village nearby, but this is a spacious, palatial, large estate. What is something that is unique about it? Is it at the base of a mountain? Is there a giant set of statues there? Is there an orchard? What's something that's unique about it?
So there's a palace, and what's unique about it? Oh, mm, probably uh, it is not at the base of the mountain, but at the top of the mountain. And
Okay.
it's this weird tall mountains that are kind of lonely and separated. So it probably a top of one of these ones.
Okay. So you've had to travel up. You've had to make your way on the road that winds its way up the mountain
Yeah,
here to get to this place. It's been a hike, uh, but beautiful.
lots of stairs.
Yeah, lots of stairs. They probably have, different kinds of pack animals and things that have to go through to get supplies up to it. That's wealth when they can afford to live in that kind of place. Genshin, uh, what are the dominant colors for the Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau? Like when we see their compound, when we see their banners, what are we seeing color wise?
I mean, ox blood comes to mind.
Okay, so a red
hmm
there, and is there a complementary color or a contrasting color?
Yeah, I think it's a really nice warm, yeah, golden yellow, which
Okay,
is, just wealth, obviously, which, yeah, what am I saying?
Yeah,
Symbolizes wealth, right? Yeah.
right, right. Beautiful golds that ox blood red speaks to their martial ability, their prowess as well. And you are coming up here to these front gates. Uh, and Waiting Serpent, uh, what is we know that they're an Orthodox order. We know that they're an order of heroes. But what is the reputation of the Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau?
Hmm. Well, they have the escort in the name, so I think they are upright and but like mercantile.
Okay.
Uh,
So more involved with sort of worldly matters and
yeah,
wealth and that kind of thing.
yeah,
And certainly demonstrated here, there is a lot of wealth on
yeah,
display.
yeah.
Beautiful lanterns. They've clearly made a show of demonstrating and showcasing their wealth. And I think we will see people from a number of different orders that are heading there. And we're going to see the four of you approaching the gate where there are, you know, uh, uh, gate wardens from the bureau who are there. Uh, Genshin, you have an invite. Do you draw that out?
Sure.
Okay. Uh, uh, do you think? Let me ask the others. Uh, is Genshin aware that none of you have invites? Blossom, Lancer, Serpent.
I've certainly made no secret of the
Okay.
fact that I just expect hospitality. Who'd refuse?
Lancer.
Yeah, I've probably mentioned that there were no specific invite to me, but most of the students are welcome.
Okay. Uh, and Serpent.
I don't think Genshin is stupid enough to think I would be
Okay.
invited.
Okay. So
So I just
Genshin,
think it's
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
it doesn't have to be said in my
right,
case.
right. So Genshin, do you do you present your invite and go in and leave your friends, or do you try to
Mm,
bring them in? What do you think that's going to look like?
I think I'll try and bring them in with my, charm, irresistible charm. I'll just flash this person, very big smile, pull out this thing, just sort of, handing it to him very nonchalantly and go, my travel companions have already gone ahead, but, we are uh, drawing up a bit late and, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah. What do you want to roll? I think that's hearts and minds.
Well, oh, okay. Yes, that could make sense. Because I was thinking of well, I guess I'm not sure if it makes sense. I was thinking of I have the other one, which is called Gallivant, but that's about whether or not I might suffer some kind of
Yeah.
social consequence. So
We
that
may
would
run
be,
into those problems here that you'll need to get ahead of. So
so we'll have to do that later, possibly. All
yes.
right. So hearts and minds it is. I haven't done that yet. So what am I supposed to do here?
What do you want to
I
roll
can just
with?
choose whatever
Yeah.
I want to. Okay. Toodaloo, is there anything that makes sense? I think Earth makes sense because of presence.
Okay.
For once. For once, not using my
Okay.
strongest one. Okay, let's see what happens. It's a 9.
That is a 9. So, uh, so they can do what you wish, or etc. I think it makes sense. They seem busy, and like they are not as focused as you might expect. Like clearly something is like distracting them, or there's a certain amount of uncertainty to them, such that when you do kind of bring the invitation and then gesture to the others with you, they wave the four of you through. Uh, Kind of unusual. You're a little struck by how easy that was. It shouldn't have been quite that easy.
I wonder if I'm struck. I think I'm not. Maybe
Oh
the
yeah,
others are.
Genshin is. I think the rest of you are like, okay, that was too easy. Genshin's like, I'm
Of
awesome.
course.
Yeah, of course they let you serve. And I think we will see the four of you come into here. We can see there are banners for all three of the factions here. Again, the Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau. We'll see the Willow Branch Authority. They're done, in greens colors for their thing. Uh, Lancer, what is the color for the Northern Creek Order?
What were the colors for Willow? Did we
Uh,
establish them?
so Willow is probably a greens, maybe greens and browns.
Prob I would imagine Northern Creek is like light blue, maybe
Okay.
cyan, and white.
Okay. And we will see all of you come in here and look around. And so here's the question. Uh, what do you want to do? Who do you want to talk to? We're gonna have a chance. I think we have enough time that, like, if you would like to call a scene with an NPC or say something you're investigating or what you're doing here, uh, like there are crowds here. Uh, no one notices you immediately amongst all the many's here. So you have the opportunity. So, Genshin, you led these people in. So I'm going to ask you first. Who do you want to track down? What do you want to do? You study to figure out what's going on. You could try and find someone you know. What do you think?
Um, I mean, huh. So, hmm, I'm sorry. I'm torn between trying to just like study because I love the suggested study question of wait, what is it? I'm trying to find it here. Where's the most popular entertainment locale? But also I'm thinking he's probably gonna try and find the two um what's their names again?
Yang Feng and Jing
Yeah,
Lang?
and Jeeving, like, but just sort of still slightly, you know, oblivious to the level of their danger, because I don't think
Absolutely.
he's putting them together with what's happened or whatever. Like, I mean, it might also
So
not
I,
be
I, I love
correct.
that we see, you four for the moment go your separate ways. And then we cut to a scene, and Genshin, you will, come into a room. It looks like there are a number of people sitting, talking, drinking tea, being provided by the order, the escort bureau. And you'll see Yang Mofeng and Ji Ming Lang. They're sitting there talking, and they will look up and they will wave to you at old friends. And Ji will say, "We lost you on the road, Genshin."
Yeah, I guess she will probably just, immediately sit down next to him. Ah, there you are. I'm so glad I caught up to you. And, wave at whoever. Is this an inn? Is this I don't know, or somebody who is serving?
Yeah, we'll have some wine brought over.
Yeah.
We expected you yesterday. Did something happen?
Ah, well, the usual travel inconveniences.
Such as? He presses you.
Eh, inns catching on fire.
Inn's catching on fire. Now, my friend, you do not get away with saying that and not telling us the complete story. Did you set an inn ablaze?
Oh, I didn't. Of course not.
Who
I
did?
just got out. I don't know. How would I have noticed in the general upheaval?
Absolutely. So I'm going to have you now roll inner conflict because he is going to be pressing on you.
Sure.
He is pushing you to tell the story, to
Mm,
impress. And in fact, I think at some point he goes, I'm sure Yang Mofeng would love to hear about this heroic tale, and is kind of pressing pressing to get more details.
I mean, I can understand the inner conflict about being pressed. I'm not sure if Genshin would ever be an inner conflict about telling tall tales about, how cool he looked doing whatever without
Yeah.
revealing anything real.
That they're trying to get the real story clearly from you
Cool,
here.
okay. What do I get to roll with anything but my style elements? Is that
That
correct?
is correct.
Right, let me check. What should I roll? Well, I think we're gonna roll with water, awareness and flexibility.
Okay.
Eight.
That is an 8. So you have a choice. You can mark water and kind of stay there and keep yourself, or you can go and withdraw, leave.
Mm. So hang on. So I can either mark water, meaning then I can't use it again
Correct.
until I
Until you have
clear
it,
it, or
till you clear it. Yeah.
I think I will actually leave.
Okay.
Like I will just yawn, feign to yawn and go, I mean, I love nothing more than telling you, interesting tales, but not tonight.
I think we see them watching you carefully. They clearly are trying to get you to tell them something. You didn't give it to them. You withdraw. I think that made you a little more tense than you expected there. There's something else going on. So I do think we see you withdraw. Uh Failed
Oh, I get
Lancer.
to mark XP, right?
Yes, you do. Failed Lancer, what scene do you want to call? Who do you want to interact with? Who do you want to talk with?
Well, I had two choices, so I just made a D2 roll, and it showed me Moon and Thunder. So I think I'm trying to get to the Cloud Summit to talk to her, but Moon and Thunder notices me first, probably with the head of the Northern Creek Order. I just invented him. He will be Yi Ryong. On the line 97 and NPCs, there a portrait.
Okay.
I've claimed him.
All right.
He's probably the head of the order right now because he was the most talented student, the most adept in the style of Steel Pond. And my Master Cloud Summit is the oldest master in the Northern Creek
Absolutely.
Order.
Hey,
So
what tells you when they're there together, standing together, that they're maybe a little bit closer than you would expect?
I try to be kind of sneaky, to move in shadows in quiet passages, and then they were there alone together.
Yeah, unusual. What do you do?
Well, I was going to the Cloud Summit, and they probably, uh, hey, you, what are you doing here? So
Moon and Thunder looks shocked and will say, "Failed Lancer." I mean Lancer. Uh, uh, and
oh,
your of course, Yi Rong will turn around, will cross their arms. Brother, what are you doing here?
well, hello. It's an unexpected meeting for sure. What do you mean? What I am doing here? The
This is
Northern
a
Creek
meeting
Order.
for those with real training and skills, members of actual orders, not failures like yourself.
Well, I could be not the best student, but I'm still part of the order. And I think,
Technically, he says,
yes, technically truth, which is the best kind of truth, in my opinion. So I'm here to talk to my master. and he is looking longingly at Moon and Thunder.
I think I want to make you make an inner conflict roll. Here is this
Yay.
guy dissing you very publicly in front of Moon and Thunder. So, what do you want to roll that with?
Oh, and I can't use my styles.
That is correct.
Yeah. Uh, Probably wood,
Okay.
patience,
Yeah.
growth, curiosity, things I lack. So it will be -1. How can I? Oh, yeah. 2!
That is two. So, Mark Wood,
Yeah.
and he says,
2 XP. I get 2 XP.
you get 2 XP.
Awesome.
He says, well, I see you heading upwards. Uh, I, that's not the direction you need to go if you wish to meet with Cloud Summit. Cloud Summit is down below in the dungeons, awaiting execution. And I'm going to cut there. Waiting Serpent. What scene do you want to call?
Let's see. I think that I'm, same as Genshin, I'm searching for Yang and Yi, but I think I don't succeed at this because, they're already busy.
Mm-hmm.
I think I will run into, let's say, Little Plum. Yeah, Little Plum. Just probably
Absolutely.
drinking or something.
And a little Plum, perhaps this time when you see her again, her manner is harsher. She's more directed here, checking on things, and she will look at you, but you're still a friend to her. She doesn't bear you the same animosity that she does to Genshin. And she waiting serpent. Makes me
Oh,
suspicious that you are here.
well, they haven't kicked me out yet.
It's a matter of time.
Not worst prediction.
What's your business here?
Oh. Oh, you want to hear a secret?
I'm interested. Go ahead.
I am here because there is a there is a vicious plot that is gonna go down here. Very, very depraved plans are going to come in fruition.
She stops and she says, and you know this because of your familial ties?
Uh, you can say that. And just to be clear, I'm here to stop them.
That was my next question.
Oh,
Uh, to answer Genshin's question, Little Plum, Waiting Serpent, like faked you rejecting them, kind of badly. Sent a letter
Oh,
that
I think I
they think that
okay.
that you sent a really kind of a letter that sort of unpleasantly rejected them.
Oh, I thought okay. Well, I think I must have misunderstood. I thought the interference was, toward me, as in Waiting Servant telling me something about Little Plum. But all good. No worries.
I think it is on both sides. I think that
Yeah, sure.
you rejected
That makes sense.
and you're suspicious.
Mhm.
And
yeah.
I think she will wait to you, Waiting Serpent. She will say, "I think this is a dangerous place for you to be, despite your good." And she hesitates. Your good intentions. There are very few people here who will trust your words. I mean, you've never
Well,
lied to me or given me any cause to doubt you. Would you please roll inner conflict?
yeah, I was waiting on that. Yeah, of course. So what am I rolling this with?
That's a good question. Anything but your
Uh,
style element.
yeah, yeah. Uh, 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 I think this is Earth. I was obsessive and disdainful when I, you know, set this all up,
Yeah.
and I'm paying the price. And kind of uncaring also. They are all there. +1. Wow, 12.
You keep yourself together, like in the face of her inadvertently confronting you on your lie and the fact that she's changed, that what happened seems to have made her a harsher person. You keep yourself together.
Yeah, for a moment, I'm like breathing heavily and sweating. Then I just overcome this. I do have the training in this, I guess.
Yeah, you were trained to how to lie, how to deceive others. Comes
Yeah,
naturally to you.
yes, very much. Well,
She says, "Well,
how are,
uh,
yes.
keep me apprised if you hear anything."
Well, the other thing is, how are you doing as of late?
How am I doing? Fine. I learned some lessons about the world, and
You you
I've
don't have to let those things break you or
no,
change you.
no, no, no. They don't break me. They make me stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that a lot. Then I realized I don't know who I am really. You don't want to go that path.
She looks at you and she says, "Introspection, that's overrated."
Well, if you think so.
She says, "We will speak again. Uh, do don't make any moves without telling me. Okay?"
Yeah.
And she will bow and leave. And I'm going to cut to Master Falling Blossom.
Who I think is wondering why the gate guards were so distracted. And so I am going to try to relax them and impress them with some flute playing.
Okay.
Um, I think I'm going to roll with water because I want to keep my eyes open for who I might impress.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2d6 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7.
7. Uh,
I gain 1.
so do I doing this with study?
I was doing it with impress, sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
So on a hit, you get to pick two options.
is it possible that someone high up in the Pilgrim Bureau, the Ox Pilgrim Bureau, is watching, and the distraction was because they were there talking to the captain of the gate guards or something like that?
That's possible. Do you want that to be your impression of the situation?
I would
It's not a
quite like
study moves, so you're not getting that as a truth, necessarily a true thing.
no. But I would like to create a bond with someone watching, and
Okay.
if it's up to me, I'd like it to be Denyang He,
Okay.
the leader of the Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau.
He will approach you. You can gain a bond with him, and he will say, Master, may I have your name?
I am Master Falling Blossom. Who am I talking to?
I am Denang He of the Oct Pilgrim Escort Bureau, your host.
Ah, indeed. Sorry, and I gesture at my eyes. I did not know who approached me.
I heard your flute playing, and I would ask, I recently had a comrade who I had great respect for, who was a flute player who passed. He and I used to go into the mountains and spend hours playing together, me on my zither and he on his flute. I wonder if perhaps this weekend you might grace me with the time to to play together, to do a duet, to remind me of those good days.
I would be honored.
Good, good. Uh, and he will turn to one of the guards and he will say, make sure that this one, this elder, is placed in a room of honor. And he will put his hand out and touch you and say, you will be well treated this way, uncle.
Thank you, honored host.
What do you want for the other pick there?
Um, I will clear a marked element, I think.
Okay.
I think probably um, my creativity has returned to me, so I will unmark fire.
Absolutely. And I think that you will do that. And I think in the background, we will see another member of the Ox Pilgrim Escort Bureau. Uh, there, Gracious Wasp. She's on that next row. Uh, and she is watching this exchange, and she does not look pleased.
Aha.
She looks, in fact, strongly displeased by this interaction. I think we see her maybe tap her fan a couple of times before she walks away. That is where we're going to stop for today. Let's go through the end of session stuff quickly for any advancement. Uh, so this is how this works is I ask if you interacted with one or both of your entanglements in a significant way, like in an interesting way on this. So we'll go across the character keepers. Uh, Genshin, did you interact with one or both of your uh, entanglements?
I think
Certainly.
so. I
Yeah.
mean, certainly with the first and the second, I mean, I just let that inform my response to failed Lancer at one point or
Yeah.
another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 2 points for you.
Is that XP again? I'm sorry, I've
Yes, it is.
just new to this game. Okay,
That's
cool.
okay.
Mhm.
Failed Lancer, did you interact with one or both of your entanglements?
With 100%
Oh yeah,
with
we got
Moon and
both of them.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
I
kind of
think,
with Cloud Summit,
yeah,
we learned
definitely.
something.
Like I think that's a real problem for you now. So let's take 2 XP for that.
Ooh, awesome.
And a Waiting Serpent. What about for you?
I did interact with Little Plum, so that's one.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I didn't do anything with Moon and
Okay.
Thunder, so
So just one. We'll make sure that we get Moon and Thunder on stage for you next time. And Master Falling Blossom.
I think that the prophecy difficulty with failed answer informed a lot of my thinking about what I should do.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm now certain.
Yes, absolutely. So
So I'd like two if I could have them.
2 XP.
Something I'd forgotten just before we finish
Sure.
is that I'd forgotten I had the move Ashes of Time. When you mark an element as a result of in a conflict, you may immediately create a bond with someone as you reflect on the lessons they learned. Both of my efforts at inner conflict with both Zhenxiang and Failed Lancer. So I'd like to have a bond with each of them, if that's okay.
That seems fair.
Thank you.
Uh, let's do quick stars and wishes. Stars being things you want to call out, things you want to mention that you like, that you'd like to see more of. Wishes being stuff you want to see for your character in particular, or stuff you want to see more of uh, as we go along. Usually, when I come around, I have people do both at the same time. We'll go through. We'll do reverse order here. So, Alan, can I ask you for stars and wishes?
I think stars all round, really. I think star to you for the setup. I think getting a pair of us to link together at the start is great. Um, I loved Xena the way that Jen Xiang just strolls into a pub expecting everything to be fine. Um, I thought that Waiting Serpent, in an effort to justify that they're no villain at all, was very keen to sacrifice themselves by being, battered into a pillar. Um, and Failed Lancer, I liked the fact that when an opportunity to escape arrived, you took it. Which I thought was great. Wishes, I just want to see how these various relationships unfold and how Falling Master Blossom continues to get things wrong.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, I love that you are the aware. The main thing we've discovered is that you've completely misread one important situation. Uh, Waiting Serpent?
Yeah, yeah. Also, we have stars around. Yeah, Genshin for always taking the opportunity to just be the classic hero, just fought less, go for it, and you know, and yeah, to Failed Lancer for the all the drama around the stack that you got into, uh, and yeah, Master Falling Blossom, yeah, like you said, his absolute uh, obsession with people's genealogy for uh, reasons that are still not like really clear what it would even mean, but you know, it's important somehow to him. And yeah, also like the everyone's descriptions in the fights and stuff are really great. And yeah,
Okay. Anything wishes wise?
uh, wishes. I don't know. I mean,
It is fair to say more of the same. That's what I often do.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I got that from Paul.
yeah.
Failed Lancer?
Yeah, so my stars. First of all, the unexpected twist with the Cloud Summit was very fun. Then I really like all the different NPCs. Uh, I think already it's been said about every character. What the fun stuff happened. Although I like that Fallen Blossom, uh, you know, kind of cautious. He was the first to say, "Let's get out of here."
Hmm.
He was helping and stuff. Then I I kind of okay, the star that our characters, mine and Genshin's, end up different after all,
Hmm.
which is really nice because we are both kind of relaxed and bumbling in a way, but different,
Hmm.
which is great. Uh, and for the wish, it always happens, I think, at every one shot with 4 players. There's like 2 that didn't interact between each other
Yeah.
at all. So I wish to interact with the waiting serpent.
Yeah. One of the things we'll definitely be doing is giving a chance to call scenes with other players or NPCs and doing a lot of that kind of once arounds here to let you kind of aim things as you want. But yeah, that's a really good point. And Genshin.
Yeah, stars for everything that's already been said, I guess. I did really enjoy also about a Master Falling Blossom, the introductory shot of just the wind telling him where to go. I really enjoyed that. Just a lovely scene. Um, and yeah, the plot twist, lol, obviously at the end was fantastic. Um, I personally really enjoy playing this slightly oblivious sort of character. It's not usually what I go for. I think maybe I've done it once or something, but in a very different way. So it's kind of fun. But I think this leads into wishes. I do think I would like to see him also. I don't think he's a complete idiot, right?
Right.
Not a complete bumbling buffoon. And I think I would like to see his more social moves, where he's probably a bit better than, specifically sensing danger.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, otherwise, I think, yeah, more of the same. And as Igor said, would also love to see him interact with all the other characters, not just Waiting Serpent.
Right.
And I have another wish.
Sure.
I wish to see more Moon and Thunder because almost everybody have a connection to her. So I really want to see how what is this person that everyone in love with her, like 3 players and 1 NPC.
Absolutely.
Who is her?
More than reasonable.
Be gorgeous.
Yep. I'm going to stop the recording here.
And your wishes. Wait, your stars.
Uh, I like these characters. I'm looking forward to seeing you bounce off of NPCs and PCs and getting and having you fail more rolls so I can introduce more complications. And that's now that we're on site, those complications and costs and moves that I can make are going to have real weight. So I love that. That is what I am waiting for. All right, so stop.